8 million American families are expected to lose their homes.
U.S. stocks took a nasty fall.
55,000 foreclosures.
$2 trillion tax
financial crisis. On September the 11th,
nearly 85,000 people have been killed.
Enemies of freedom.
Enemy has gone back into high.
What if your life suddenly changed in a split second, leaving you in a dark, cold, sinking abyss? A feeling of slowly sinking in water or a pool of fog, reaching out for answers, but there's none to grab. Something's wrong with me. I guess in hindsight it was obvious I wasn't well. I weighed 137 pounds and I was working 16 hours a day. In October 2010, my life, as I knew it, fell to pieces, and along with it my mobility. People lost everything. Divorce, their homes, family. How was I to know what we were going through would someday be called the Great Recession? My arches collapsed and felt like glass was taped to the bottom of my feet. By December, I needed a cane. Doctors had no idea what was going on. Nodules grew on my hands. I laid there in a thick fog of delirium, flu-like symptoms, severe pain, sweats, fevers, and inability to think. All I could do was lay down in pain, numb and scared. What was happening? I had never heard of an autoimmune disease. I had never heard of fibromyalgia. By 2012, I had to find a purpose. Before I lost control over my body, my answer was to complete an album of my songs, an actual work of art, something to say I was here on this earth and this is how I felt. I began to record, slowly, maybe 30 minutes a day, resulting in a 1 to 3 day episode of fever and pain. But within a year, I had 13 songs. The big turning point was after a dinner with my friend Jeff Pivar. After listening, he had extreme positive feedback, and to my surprise, offered to record them and play on them as well. It was a gift to be heard and to follow my heart. It is what I needed to get up every day despite the pain. It was a blessing. It was Jeff Pivar who introduced Brett Levick as the producer, and Brett who introduced Shay Godwin, a talented Los Angeles drummer, to play on the album. But it was also at this time, in June of 2014, that my dad passed away. But a week before he died, he called me, saying, "Greg, you need to finish the album for your health, self-esteem, and I believe this is very important and something will come of it. So promise me you'll finish it." 8 days later, he slowly passed away, and I lost my best friend. Together we identified the problem and the solution, which is awareness. Awareness and stories to share to help sufferers of fibromyalgia, their friends and spouses who struggle to understand. I can do this. So when you find yourself suddenly changed in a split second, leaving you sinking in a pool of fog, take a deep breath and reach out, because there is hope. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Forget the gossip back in town. Centipede girl, roam to hide. Break away now, run tonight. Tell me what you want, tell me what you want, tell me what you want. I'll do anything, anything. Tell me what you need, tell me how to please. Tell me what you want, I'll do anything, anything. You are my libertine. This album came from the emotional feeling of not knowing what was happening to me. I didn't know if I was going to be able to use my hands or walk. It was all crumbling. I spent 4.5 months in bed. And ultimately, I wanted to write from that emotional space. How does it feel to be scared? How does it feel to have a loss? What about betrayal? Betrayal of my body. And revenge, wanting to, why can't I do more? I didn't understand. And so the makeup of the album, and the reason it's called Melancholy Breakdown, is that it is a melancholy thought of looking towards the past about, wow, remember when I used to feel okay? Remember when I could walk? Remember when things were better?
Laying in a bed without being able to move in extreme pain every day for
for almost a year is exhausting. It's hard on a relationship, it's hard financially. It really takes away a big chunk of your life.
It's a labor of love. The writing is straight from the heart, it's beautiful, it's melodic, it's powerful, it's...
Fibromyalgia is a catch-all phrase, and people don't know that much about it, really. So I'm hoping that it will sort of bring awareness to the fact what fibromyalgia is and how painful it really is.
The fact that he is looking at this right in the face and just going after his dream. I mean, what else could you possibly want to do with your life?
I think having a chance to be involved in any way with a project like this should make people feel good, and I would like to urge you to participate and donate anything you can to making this thing happen.
This album has brought a lot of spirit back into his life, and it has sort of set him on this path of starting his life again.
We are 80% finished with the album. I've already spent a lot of money on the album, $11,000, and so it's not like we haven't done anything. We've really pushed hard, and so please definitely support the album and the film. We're 35% through, and these two things together tell a great story. Reach out to others, and with your support, we can get this information out to fibromyalgia patients and to the world to let them know what it's about. So please support this project. And most of all, thank you to the Kickstarter community for watching this and for considering it maybe something that's worthy of your contribution. We appreciate it very much and would love to see this project through.